One color, that's it. No color decisions, no palette stress, just black paint on white paper and whatever marks we can come up with. Hey everyone, it's Chris Loud. In this video, we're going to create 5 intuitive abstract paintings using only black acrylic, ink, and charcoal. And we're going to push it a little further by using mostly unconventional tools to apply the paint, like sticks, crumpled up newspaper, a plastic bag, and really whatever else we can get our hands on. And although I'm only showing you 5, I did a total of 10 of these, so I'll show you a couple more at the end of the video. And real quick, I want to say thank you to Steve for the super thanks support. As always, I really appreciate it, so thank you so much, Steve. So right away, we're just getting paint down and starting to make marks. There's not really a plan here. We're working quickly, about 5 to 10 minutes per piece. I don't think I ever went over 10 minutes. And just moving from one to the next. And the goal isn't to make 5 great paintings. It's just to paint, hopefully with some energy. One of my favorite things about doing exercises like this is that we usually end up with a group of paintings that have this really raw energy to them. They're loose, they're unpredictable, and they feel alive. And that's really what we're going for here. And I think that's because we're not giving ourselves time to overwork things or second guess every decision. We're just putting marks down and responding to what's happening. Sometimes something starts to emerge, a shape, a rhythm, a pattern, and sometimes it doesn't. But either way, there's something useful in it. And even though this specific exercise isn't in the 50 Abstract Warm-Up Painting Prompts download, it really comes from the same idea. We're giving ourselves just a little bit more structure. One color, a short time limit, and a simple goal of making marks. And then we let the painting unfold from there. So if you enjoy working this way, just showing up, trying something, and seeing where it goes, I've put that prompts download link in the description. It's built around the same kind of approach. One of the biggest benefits of using just black like this is how much it simplifies things. We're not thinking about color combinations or what might look good together. We're mainly focused on mark making, but it's very natural in these exercises to play with value and contrast and composition. And those are really the foundations of a strong painting anyway. So instead of asking, what color should I use here? We start asking, what kind of mark do I want to make? Where does this, need more weight or contrast? So you can see I'm using an ink stamp there just to make some more kind of patterns on that shape. And that was actually just a clay stamp that I pressed into a weight that had a 0 on it, and was able to create that little stamp. Now this particular one, I'm using up I believe that was crumpled up newspaper to kind of dab some paint down, and now I'm just using that fountain pen, dipping that into ink and getting some lines on there and just kind of playing. And this one, I really liked how this turned out. You'll see kind of what I do here in a minute. But this ended up being, I think, one of my favorites. And when I first started putting the textures down, I didn't really. I liked the textures, but I wasn't sure where I was going to go. And then all of a sudden, by applying that ink and a little bit of water and creating those drips, that really created I think a really interesting look here. But that shift can make a big difference, when we simplify things like this. It helps us see the structure of a painting more clearly. And again, these are quick and loose. We're not trying to make the best painting we've ever created. We're just moving. We're building energy and playing without expectations. So this kind of almost has a look of like trees or something. Um, I know Bob Burridge does some trees. I don't know if he does it with drips, but it kind of reminded me a little bit of that. This is probably the shortest one painting that I did, just because right away I started I liked what this color shape was kind of giving me, and it started to remind me a little bit of like wheat, and I liked the energy of this, so I didn't really put a lot more into this one. It ends pretty quickly, but I just wanted to kind of capture that and leave that alone. So it's fine to do that, to just allow things to be how they are and be simple. Now I wanted a little bit more contrast, so I am going to add some drips from that ink to give a little bit of variety of shapes. But I think that kind of worked with this. Almost looked like wheat with some things blowing in the wind. And then obviously, we're playing with some different tools here. Using things like sticks and bubble wrap, and newspaper and a clay stamp. That naturally can take away a bit of the control. We're not making perfect brush strokes. We're getting broken edges and unexpected textures and marks that we probably wouldn't make intentionally. And that's a good thing because it pushes us into reacting instead of planning. We start layering marks and responding to textures and building something more organically. And a lot of times, those unexpected marks are what makes the painting interesting. Another big part of this is the focus on quantity. We're doing multiple paintings in a row, 10 total in this case, even though I'm just showing 5 of them here. And that momentum really matters. Instead of putting all the pressure on one painting to work, we're spreading that out across a bunch of them. And that lowers the stakes quite a bit. It keeps us moving, and it keeps us more, or gives us more, I should say, gives us more chances for something to click. A lot of times the best moments don't happen in the first painting. They show up later once we've loosened up a bit. And something I always find interesting with this kind of exercise is how quickly patterns start to show up. Even in these really fast, loose pieces, we can start to recognize certain tendencies. The kind of marks we make, the way we build shapes, how we use contrast. And it's a good reminder that we probably do have a style. It just shows up more clearly when we stop trying to force it. Obviously, there are shapes and patterns in here that I lean toward quite often. When we're working quickly and just responding, we start to see what comes naturally. So we'll take a look at a few more of these at the end here. And I think the big takeaway from this is just how much we can get out of keeping things simple. One color, a handful of tools, a short amount of time, and there's still a lot to explore. Sometimes that's all we need to get moving. So here are some of the paintings as they ended after that short amount of time, and I'll just show you in different orientations. I'll show you a couple others that I didn't show the demo for in here. And if you enjoy this, feel free to give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more videos like this, feel free to subscribe. And as always, if you have any questions or thoughts, I'd love to hear them in the comments. And here's one of the other pieces that I didn't show the demo for, and this one here as well. And that, I think, is probably one of my favorite. I just like these simple shapes. And clearly I was using quite a bit of clay stamps and just pressing it into different things to get some different patterns that I could use. And I really like this one, how this one came out as well. Again, very simple, just some texture and some drips. So thanks for watching, and keep on painting.